Welcome to Fantasy Bout Hour, the channel dedicated to bringing you fantasy matchups on a regular basis. If there's a fight you want me to cover, please leave it in the comment section, and I promise to honor your request. What's up once again, fellow boxing fans, and welcome back to another prediction video, and thanks for tuning in once again. Before I get into the content, I would just ask of you the usual, that you would share, like, hit the bell notification, and as I always say, if you're watching, you might as well subscribe. It's just the press of a button. So please help me out and show your support that way. But the fight I'll be covering in this video is another great one from my guy, Brandon Lamb. I thank you once again, Brandon Lamb, for participating in the channel and for this particular fight request. And the fight he wanted me to cover is Julio Cesar Chavez versus Josh Taylor at 140 pounds. Very interesting fight, stylistically, and a lot of things to consider. A lot of factors here at play. For one, let me backtrack to Josh Taylor's fight with Teofimo Lopez. And I was in shock. Not that I doubted Teofimo Lopez's skills and abilities against Josh Taylor. I just thought Josh Taylor was too big and was going to be a little too busy for Teofimo Lopez. And I thought that was an easy fight for Josh Taylor. But that's not the first time I was wrong, and unfortunately, it won't be the last. But I do think that this fight with Julio Cesar Chavez is interesting, and that it would be competitive. I really do. Well, for one, Josh Taylor has about a 2.5 height advantage on Julio Cesar Chavez. And I think he has a slightly longer reach than Chavez. And Josh Taylor is awkward. And so I see a lot of advantages for him going into this fight. But on the other hand, Chavez's legendary heart, toughness, skills, determination, and pressure could pose a problem for Josh Taylor. Because Chavez could easily get on the inside and start working the body, start chopping that tree down, and then go upstairs and go to work. Now, one thing Josh Taylor is brilliant at is creating those angles by stepping around and just firing combinations from all sorts of angles. So his particular style could be frustrating for a pressure fighter. Now I see Josh Taylor controlling the pace and the distance of the fight in the early rounds. And I see his boxing skills giving Julio Cesar Chavez some problems. But as the fight progresses, I just see Chavez coming on, applying pressure, walking through Taylor's shots, bobbing and weaving, going to the body, coming upstairs. Now, Josh is more of a boxer than Chavez, although he falls in the category of a boxer puncher. But the power, the heart, and the determination of Chavez was just overwhelming. And no matter how hard you hit or what you hit him with, Chavez was always there. He was always in your face. He was always on top of you. And that can be discouraging to any fighter. Now, I want to be careful not to make Chavez out to be a brawler that didn't have boxing skills, because that simply wasn't the case. He was just a great infighter with great head movement, and Chavez had a chin on him. And he definitely has the skills to get inside of Josh Taylor's attack. But this right here is going to be what separates Chavez and Taylor, and that is stamina when the fight gets into the later rounds. And Chavez was a machine that just had great stamina. And we saw Josh Taylor start to fade in the later rounds against Teofimo Lopez. So what do you think would happen if he fought a pure pressure fighter like Chavez? Now, I personally think that Josh Taylor is a tremendous fighter. I do feel that he has a lot left in the tank, whether he stays at 140 or possibly goes up to 147. He has some good winnable fights out there for him. but Julio Cesar Chavez isn't one of them. And so I'm going with Julio Cesar Chavez by late stoppage. I'll give Josh Taylor until round 10. Those are my thoughts. Please let me know what you think. I'll see you soon.